This is MaxPreps Friday Night Live, powered by American Family Insurance.
All evening, we've been talking about Granite Bay versus Oak Ridge and big games all throughout the remaining couple of weeks here. And we have Steve Montoya, who is standing by on the phone. We're also going to take a live look in, brought to you by PlayOnSportsNetwork.com all at the same time. Put us up to speed, Steve. What is going on with this game?
Yeah, so Granite Bay has jumped out to an early 7-0 lead. They're driving, about to score again. Looks like they're in the red zone here, and seems to be that Granite Bay has a pretty good control in this game early.
You know, Steve, Granite Bay lost 3 of their first 4 games of the season, and now they've won 9 straight. What turned things around for them?
Yeah, well, they started off the season with a real tough schedule, playing a couple SoCal teams and another team out of section, and it kind of woke them up. And with a coach like Ernie Cooper, he can turn things around quick. They got healthy. They rolled through a very tough Sierra Foothill League, and now that they're in the playoffs, they're rolling on all cylinders, and they're a scary team to play once it's this late in the season. They're looking for back-to-back section titles here.
Steve, if Granite Bay goes on to earn a berth in a CIF bowl game, we saw them lose to Westlake, we saw them lose to Oaks Christian. How much have they improved since those games? And can this team hang with a premier Division I Southern California team? Vista Marietta, Narbonne, an elite team from that part of the state, if they do advance to a CIF bowl game.
Yeah, so early in the season, they looked rough, and if you're a SoCal team and you happen to end up playing Granite Bay in a state title game, you're probably going to overlook them, thinking that they got beat by Oaks Christian, Westlake, 2 teams that were knocked out early in the playoffs. But they're a team with like I said, a really, really good coach, and their fly sweep offense is tough. Their coach will say, hey, we'll tell you what play is coming, but try to stop it. So, I think it would be, I think they can hang. If you ask me if they'd win, I don't know. But I'm going to keep going back to their coach. He's one of the best in Northern California, if not the state. He's been there since the school opened in the late 90s. So I think they can give a pretty good fight.
And Steve, can you just tell us, what are the conditions there? It looks like it's been raining tonight. Is it what's the weather like?
Yeah, so earlier in the day, it was just a complete downpour, something we haven't seen much here in Northern California. I mean, it was dumping. But now we've taken off our sweatshirts, our jackets. It's actually a really nice night. They're playing on the turf here at Sac State, so the weather is not affecting this game at this point.
We've got MaxPreps executive editor Steve Montoya working hard this evening, keeping a track on that game. And, of course, you can follow that game on Quick Score and take a full look at the full game and the report tonight on MaxPreps.com. All the information is there. Before we say goodbye, we've got to check in with Steve Spiewak once again. Steve, any updates for us?
Yeah, so we just saw that great segment on Quan Muhammad, the outstanding defensive end from Don Bosco Prep. His season actually ended tonight. Don Bosco Prep lost in the non-public Group 4 playoffs for the first time since 2005. So they will not be state champions for the first time in 7 years. Bergen Catholic, their arch rival, scored 21 points early, held on. Bosco was hindered by a couple fumbles and just couldn't get it together offensively. So their season is over, and now for Mr. Muhammad, it's just a matter of where he's going to play college football, and it's probably going to come down to Notre Dame and Rutgers. So that's something worth keeping an eye on. But Don Bosco Prep has lost tonight, 28-14 to Bergen Catholic.
Decisions. What do you have for me, Jason?
I've been following the Florida high school playoffs pretty closely tonight, and I can tell you Columbus High beats Killian. University School, goes across the state to Clearwater, beats Clearwater Central Catholic, and beats them pretty darn good. And St. Thomas Aquinas, we mentioned earlier in the show, they were up. They went on to win. They beat Boyd Anderson. They are on to the state Final Four.
Jason Alpert, thank you very much. MaxPreps.com National Football Editor Steve Spiewak, thank you also. You guys for joining me here once again this Friday evening. We will see you next week. I'm Joanna Gomez. Thank you very much for watching Max Preps Friday Night Live, powered by American Family Insurance. You guys know the drill. We will see you next Friday.
This is Max Preps Friday Night Live, powered by American Family Insurance.